Hey people, this is part 2 of the May 2018 Maker Central special vlog that I've done. Now I'm home, partially recovered, but still also a little bit buzzing from the show. Where to begin? The show was amazing right from start to finish, and definitely at the bar. My only regret was that I just didn't get any time to do any photos or videos, at least not many, partially because we were swamped at the stand, and in a good way, but also since we were caught up in enjoying the show, so that's not a bad thing. So I'm going to add what I've got into this vlog, but sorry to say it's mostly me talking to you all to death again. Sorry. We headed over Friday as we needed to set up dead on 1 o'clock, and we were met with a stand that was far more generous than we could have hoped for. As we didn't know what this would be like or how much space we'd actually have, we just filled up the car at the makerspace with as much stuff as we could carry, as well as what we could squeeze in of James's projects, of course. But if we do this again next year, we need to fill a truck. Yeah, we'll rent a van or a truck and fill it up, and we'll come much better prepared. Now, we did set up a small 3D printer. That was a Lulzbot Mini, because we've always used these for shows and stuff because they're small and they're reliable, and they work really well for that sort of thing. We've had a lot of members' projects on display, including eventually a few items from the small workshop YouTube makers group as well, since we had the space on the stand. We also had some squishy circuits, that's conductive Play-Doh, on the stand as well, and of course the good old banana keyboard set up for the kids. And of course this was also an excuse to get some of my things on display and some of James's projects, of course. Why not take advantage and pimp our own channels a little? And as always, the kids loved it all. And I don't get tired of saying this, I just love the little spark that you see in their eye when they figure out how something works, or if they have a crazy idea of their own for their own projects. And I'm hoping a few of those are going to go home and make awesome stuff. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get, because we were busy, didn't get that much time to leave the stand and check out the show, but had it been too quiet, of course, we wouldn't have enjoyed ourselves at our awesome stand, so it's all good. It's a shame, though, because there were a few people I really wanted to meet and a few stands I wanted to check out. The evenings are pretty much how you would expect. Drinking too much in the Hilton lobby and getting up to mischief. I do feel at this point I probably need to apologise to the nice lady at Shapeways for being perhaps slightly too graphic, describing some British terms that she, to be fair, she did ask that we translate. I'll leave that to your imagination. Now, I'd have thought this whole time at the show I'd have had imposter syndrome, but you know, when you're a little YouTuber with like 200 subscribers and you're at the same table eating dinner with Darista and having a drink with people like Laura Kampf, but no, not at all. These are real down-to-earth, amazing people, and they'll take the time to chat to you and have a drink with you. I guess it's because once they're in your exact same position, they started with 0 subscribers, and also, quite simply, they're part of this amazing YouTube community that we've got going on. Some of these people, of course, are my heroes, and you know the saying, don't meet your heroes. Nonsense. Some of these people have been inspiring me for years, and none of them disappoint. They're all fantastic. Now, I've got so many stickers from other YouTubers, so I need to probably make another sticker board. And I simply ran out of cards and stickers myself, so hopefully I've promoted my own channel a little bit. Now, I had the sub counter on display at the show working for the second day, not quite the first because I didn't have time to get the Wi-Fi working properly, and I managed to smash past the 200 subscriber barrier, so thanks everyone who subbed. No giveaway this time, sorry to say, but I think maybe I need to start planning for some big giveaway for the next big milestone. Now, other than obviously regretting not being able to film much, I also missed out a lot at the show. In particular, actually, one of the guys I wanted to see, the people over at Robo Savvy with their desktop CNC machines. I've been wanting to talk to those guys as they've done some brilliant stuff for years. But yeah, maybe next time, chaps. I also missed out on the pen turning with Record Power, as that was fully booked up in about 10 minutes, as I understand. But several other YouTubers have actually invited me around to their workshops to learn from them pen turning, so I'm going to have to take them up on that. Now, of course, the main reason we had a stand at Maker Central was, of course, to promote Southampton Makerspace, so make it. Now, we're not stupid, and we realised we wouldn't get so many new members in Birmingham for a Southampton Makerspace, but we were hoping we could at least tell people about makerspaces and be unofficial ambassadors for them and get people checking out the local ones. And this is exactly what happened. We sent away a bunch of people who had never even heard the term hackerspace or makerspace before, and they've gone and checked out the local one, and hopefully they're going to go visit and learn there's some awesome people going, awesome things going on there. We also gave some ideas for those who didn't have a local one and encouraged them to consider making one. I mean, it's hard work, but it's achievable if you've got a group of people that just want to get it done. And it's about 6 years ago, Southampton didn't have anything like a makerspace or hackerspace, and this bunch of ragtag pipe dreamers just decided to give it a go. We got lucky with a company giving us a little corner of their office and another company giving us a corner of their workshop, and we just build up from there to the point where we've now got this awesome 1,200 square foot warehouse of all sorts of bits and pieces, and wow, it's simply awesome. And you know, you could start one of these too if you don't have one near you. And we also, of course, made a few contacts, perhaps put the feelers out there for some sponsorship, as after all, the Makerspace is a non-profit group and we're all run by volunteers, so we need all the help that we can get. Probably one of the most awesome takeaways from the show was my friend James Bruton decided to give me one of his old 3D printers, a Lulzbot TAS 3 with an all-metal hot end. Now, he knows that I've been struggling for years with my other 3D printers, as they were self-built with all the components self-sourced rather than using a kit. And they've become projects in themselves. I've lost the ability to just quickly design something and go out and print it with minimal fuss, and I constantly had to maintain and tweak them. A quick print could be an entire evening written off if something's gone wrong or something needs recalibrating. Now, I know the TAS 3 is old. I think we're on the TAS 6 now. But it's not that old, 3-4 years. And I've used this machine at my local makerspace, and it's simply brilliant. Lulzbot make amazing printers, admittedly pricier than I would be able to afford normally, but they're so much more reliable and they're just capable of doing some amazing prints. And if any of you disagree with me, go check out James Bruton's channel and see some of the stuff he's come up with using these printers. Now, I've got a bunch of project ideas and video ideas with 3D printing and woodworking somehow merged together, so I'm really excited to see what I can do there and see what crazy things I can come up with. So James, thank you again for this, it's awesome. So again, the weekend was awesome, and I think it'll take me weeks to get over it. I've got so many people to thank, from James, of course, with the lift there and back, and the printer, to all the awesome people that came over to the stand and said hi, swapped stickers with me, or, of course, gave me cool things. Jamie Page, big thank you to you. You gave me some blade holders for my scroll saw. You're the man who speaks to someone online, realises they're missing some decent scroll saw blade holders, and gives them to them. Top bloke. And they should help with getting things going again. And unknown to you, Jamie, you've also helped me out at the show, because I was at the Axminster and Hedgener stands, and don't get me wrong, they've got fantastic machines, real good quality machines, but they're way above my price range. And the whole time I kept on looking at these machines, I had you in my head going, you have the same scroll saw as me, mate. You don't need anything else. Terrible Jamie Page impression there, but he's right. He's done some amazing stuff, and I'll put a link to his channel in the description as well. He's got exactly the same tools as me, so the old saying's true, don't blame your tools. And of course, he has rewarded me and all the other Team Scroll Saw people who bought the t-shirts with little Record Power, and of course, obviously Record Power have done this as well, giveaways, these really good pack of blades. I've been told really good things about these, so looking forward to giving them a go. Thomas Everard. This may sound strange, but I thank you for the fruit that you got me on the second day, as the banana keyboard was looking pretty squished by the end of the first day. Now, I don't know, maybe the kids thought bashing on the bananas harder to the point where they exploded banana goo everywhere would make them sound different. I'm not sure. It didn't, obviously. And I hope you didn't get too many odd looks bringing fruit to the stand for me, because people, normally don't associate with me, with fruit. Doesn't work. The Small Workshop YouTube Makers Group. Those are the guys responsible for kicking my bottom and getting started on YouTube. Well, they're in force, and I've got some nice stuff from them, including this pen blank. Looking forward to using that from John Clothiers. So, okay, I guess now I have to give pen turning a try. Oh no! I also, I want to say I got this cool sanding pad from KKMake. Carol, I'm sorry, you're going to have to explain to me what this is again. Sorry. Yorkshire Grit. They were doing giveaways for all their people who could rush over and say stuff like, I love Yorkshire Grit. But of course, I was trapped on the stand the whole time, so couldn't do any of this stuff. But the nice people there felt sorry for me, or, perhaps wanted to help me out. They gave me a whole tin to try, so I'll be giving that a go soon. I've been told it's amazing stuff, so looking forward to giving that a try as well. Now Nick at NZ Woodturning, the guy who ran and organised and got this all to happen, the show. Considering this was your first show and the size of it, you did an amazing job, mate. And as I think I mentioned to you on the day, you look cooler control the whole time. Now, I think if I'd have been doing this show, I would have been sneaking off to the loos every 5 minutes and perhaps screaming into a pillow. But no, you were on top of everything. But thanks not just for putting on the show, but also making sure that like non-profit guys and the little makers had a little presence there as well. Now, I saw a lot of criticism in places before the show about how it looked like some big just woodworking event. And you made sure that wasn't the case, because we had everything there from textiles, leatherwork, electronics, blacksmithing, and heck, even ice sculpting. So I also want to thank all the random people who came to the stand to listen to me ramble on, much like you are doing now, about how great makerspaces are, and also to the makers who recognised me. That was surreal. A little tiny YouTuber like me, and they still wanted to come up to me and say hi and get their photo. And yeah, thank you, especially those who got me a drink. I suppose while I'm on thank yous, probably the biggest one needs to go to my wife for letting me take the resources, the time and the money to go and do a show like this. Quite simply, Claire, you're my rock, and I could not do any of this stuff without you, so thank you. The future, well, I've got a lot of ideas for collaborations with some of the YouTube makers I've met from the event, and I've got quite a few people willing to do stuff with me, which is fantastic. And not only that, I've gone around to all the stands and met people and come up with some ideas as well for things I want to try in the future for my videos, so that's going to keep me busy for a while. Certainly now with a decent 3D printer, I'll be using that more. And as I said, I'll try to do some woodworking joint 3D printing projects. And I'm going to finish the operation game, I think, soon, because I owe it to myself to just get this done and wrapped up. Because I'm terrible at just procrastinating and leaving a project. And if I was in my normal habits, I'd just leave this thing in a box until next Maker Central, where I'd get it out and think, I got to get this done in time. So I'm going to get that done now. In fact, I believe a friend of mine has an autism awareness event coming up in Southampton called the Big Day In. And I think that's on May 19th. I'll find out. If you're in the Southampton area, I'll put details in the description of this video. Now, I need to find, of course, a scroll saw project to test the blades and blade holders that I've got, so I might do that pretty soon. And as I mentioned, I've got to give pen turning a try. So, hundreds of cool ideas. So much to learn. The future for this channel is pretty exciting. So I need to go away and start planning stuff. If you're still watching, I'm sorry. But please feel free to shout out ideas in the comments below. And thanks for watching. See you later. I've been wanting to lick this all day. It was good fun. Definitely worth doing. No new members necessarily for Southampton Makerspace. Might be. Oh, maybe there's one person said they come. A few people from Southampton. I was quite surprised, considering we're in Birmingham. Sorry, Birmingham. Birmingham. Loads of people are going to go to their local makerspace though. Yeah. Which is fantastic. And if they don't have one, they're just going to like find a shed and make one. So that's good. Loads of people are going to go away with like a glimmer in their eyes and spring in their step and try and make stuff as well. And we're going to go home and sleep. Sounds like a plan. Okay. Don't look at the camera. Alright. Well, I thought, taking advantage of the fact that you're giving me a lift back, ask some really technical questions from James Bruton.
Okay.
You know, really get in depth into the technology and everything that you do. I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with R.